Hello, my name is Russell Myers. Welcome to Issues Unite. So, referendum day 5, the voting is completed and the numbers are in. And I predicted them right for DPR and LPR. Yeah, and it's just like I was predicting. All right, Donetsk People's Republic, 99.23% in favor of rejoining Russia. I was saying 98 to 99% for these two oblasts. Luhansk, 98.42% in favor of rejoining Russia. Yep, there they are. All right, so I said from there, Zaporozhye and Kherson, you would see more numbers in Zaporozhye, and Kherson being the furthest over to the west, you would see the lowest numbers. Zaporozhye, 93.11% in favor of rejoining Russia. Kherson, 87.05%. There it is. Okay, so those are the final numbers. I expect the Russian Duma to hold a special session tomorrow and to name these, because their next scheduled session isn't until October 4th. They're not going to wait on that. All right, some of these stories coming from the West. People are being made to vote at gunpoint. Honestly, if you had watched any of the videos of this, there's hundreds of people lined up all day, every day, at polling locations. There's no sign of anybody with any weapons. Nobody's afraid. Most of them look happy. There was one German politician, one woman that said, "Oh, they're beating people up and raping them and forcing them to vote at gunpoint." Obviously, there's no evidence of this. Remember the Ukrainian woman that got fired from the Ukrainian parliament for making claims about Russian soldiers raping babies and shit? But in Germany, she's not going to be, she's not going to be evicted from her job. Her own people, well, I don't know. The German people could be very much against her, remaining in office. But, without a recall election, what are you going to do? I saw one single video that there were two soldiers that were going with the person that was doing the polling, and yes, they were armed. Well, guess what? They also had a school shooting yesterday. They've been catching and arresting people that were trying to set up terrorist attacks in the cities. They've had car bombs. They've had bombs in shops. Well, some security for this was probably warranted in some cases, just to make sure that some terrorist didn't kill the person that was doing the polling. What other options did you have? If somebody couldn't, for maybe health reasons, make it to the polls, just don't let you don't let them vote. No, they weren't going to let that happen. Anyway, so I've been saying that the Ukrainian forces have been more aggressive while this has been going on because the soldiers have been tied up providing security for this. Well, guess what? The soldiers are now freed up to go back to the front line. So expect a big change tomorrow on that one. Anyway, so same day as the last day of the referendum. Well, yeah, actually yesterday, Nordstream 2 lost pressure yesterday. And then Nordstream 1 lost pressure today. These undersea pipelines, they have to maintain pressure because they're under tremendous weight from the water above them. Otherwise, it's very possible that the pipeline could collapse. So Nord Stream 2 lost pressure yesterday, and then today, Nord Stream 1. So Nord Stream 2 has one breach in it, and Nord Stream 1 has two off of the coast of Norway on the same day as the last day of the referendum. There are some idiots that are saying, oh, Russia must have done it. Russia didn't need to do that. There's nothing going through the pipes. Why would they do that? They could just say, no, we're not turning them back on. Bite me. Hey. I mean, if Russia was going to sabotage a pipeline, they would sabotage a pipeline that's still functioning, which there's like 3 of them. But you know what? Joe Biden was threatening to destroy Nord Stream 2 before it was completed. And yeah, little bit of a coincidence there, right? And who's making all the money sending more liquefied natural gas in insufficient amounts to Europe? I mean, Russia's still selling gas to India and China, who are, and other countries that are turning around and liquefying it and selling it to Europe at a profit. Russia's still making their money. Why would they do this? That's idiotic. That is complete brain dead, brainwashed, indoctrinated bullshit CIA propaganda. That's what that is. No. This was an American submarine. Mark my words on this. This was an American submarine that sabotaged the pipelines to try and keep them from ever becoming functional again. If the referendum leads to a peace process, Europe would say, turn the pipelines back on. If there are widespread protests in Europe from European people, they could wind up saying, turn the pipelines back on. But if you destroy the pipelines, that can't be done. Instead, you still got Europe bent over a barrel, dependent and subservient to the United States. And what are they going to do about it? Not a damn thing. You think they're going to say they're not. They can't say they're not going to buy gas from us. They can't say they're not going to declare war against the United States. You know, their politicians, even if they know that this is the case, they're not going to call out our country publicly on it. But someday it will come out. So mark my words that this is exactly what happened. This was an American submarine that sabotaged that pipeline, those pipelines. Anyway, again, I'm very happy. I hope this leads to a peace process, and that you know, it happens very quickly. I'm not counting on it, but I'm hoping. Cross your fingers with me. Let's see where we go from here. It won't surprise me if, you know, Ukraine shuts off what remaining pipelines go across Ukraine from Russia. Or just sabotages it and then claims that Russia did it. Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense there, right? No, none of that makes any sense. All right. Share this video. Talk about these subjects. Be happy for this. And, as far as the people that are saying, oh, well, there's all these Russian soldiers that are deserting. In any conflict where people are drafted, you're going to have desertions. And it doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Russia could be under attack, and these same people might be deserting. Some men will steal food from their own children during a famine, or run away while their family is being shot at. So this is not some morally superior statement you're making. These are cowards. And even if they've got families, if they left their families behind, okay, they left their families. If they get caught by Russian law, they're going to jail for 10 years. They've left their families. You know, instead of going and standing up, you know, and fighting for people that are under fire, they ran. Right? It's very clear I am not in favor of warfare. I'm not in favor of killing. But, you know, I'm not going to run when other people are under fire. When I know people are being killed. And if you're in favor of it, you're in favor of abandoning people that are being killed or tortured. Again, Ukraine said, you know, anyone that has voted in this referendum has given up their life. That's what they said. They have given up their life for voting in this referendum. That was the official Ukraine statement. Official Ukraine statement. And you want to defend that, huh? No, that's not an exaggeration because they've been doing that. All right. Share this video. Talk about these subjects. Cross your fingers for peace. And I will catch you in the next one. And